Hey everybody, welcome to Zelic Media. Today we're going to find out if we can download Windows through a MacBook so that we can update our operating system on a new PC build. Let's get started. I have no idea what's going on. First thing you want to do is plug in your USB drive. Make sure it's registered. Alright, that's the same one that we've used in the past to update the motherboard on the new PC build. Windows 10 installation media, that's where we want to go. Going to click through, select the one you want. I'm going to be using Windows 10, and I'll have these links posted in the description of this video so that you can just go straight there. And you want to read through all this stuff. We're using 8 gigs. We're going to want to go for 64-bit. Apparently when you use the 32-bit processor you can only use up to 4 gigabytes of RAM. So anything after that is useless. I'm going to want to do multi-10. I thought it would show me Pro or Home at this point. We're going to want to use English United States. Interesting. I wonder what English International is. 64-bit. This should create the media that allow us to create a USB stick that we could plug into our PC, and then we'll go from there. Be right back. We'll wait for this to download. Alright, so after downloading that installer, this window popped up, which doesn't seem to be recognized by the Mac. So I did some research, and then it says to go to your applications, to utilities, to your BootCamp assistant, and that's as far as I got before I started recording. So what I'm going to do now is go through this with you and see what happens. Apparently we can't do Windows 10. Alright, we're back. I had to do a little bit more research and figuring out that Sierra, which is my most updated version of Mac since this is from 2011, it will not allow me to install anything further than Windows 8. And when I tried downloading Windows 8, it still did not recognize it. So went back, did a little bit of reading, and figured out that you can actually go into this called the UNetbootin homepage and downloads, and download for Mac OS. That'll allow you to create a USB drive that will be bootable for Windows 10. At least we're hoping, right? My first time doing all this. I've only clicked through some of the links, but I'm actually going through it now. Let's see what happens. Just opening it. See what happens. Alright, there's that. UNetbootin. Can't be open because it's from an okay. How about I do open? Open. Let's see what happens. Huh? Is it opening? Come on. Okay. So you want to go to disk image, select which one you want. It'll be in my downloads folder. Date added. There we go. So there's a Windows 10 ISO image is what it's asking for. Space used to reserve. I don't know what that means. Dev disk. USB drive, dev disk. Okay. See what happens. Alright. Now we wait. See you back in a second.
A few moments later.
So I believe I was able to complete the bootable drive. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug this into the USB and I'm going to start the computer. What will eventually happen is you'll see on the screen that I'll enter the BIOS, and we'll see what happens. When it completed, it got stuck at part 349, which was about 4 gigabytes. I was restarted a few times thinking it just got stuck. What ended up happening was that the file was so large that it just felt like it got stuck and it wasn't giving me a process. So I went upstairs, made myself some food, came back, everything was done, and said when restarting, hit option to boot in the correct drive. So I ejected that. Now it's in here. I'm in my BIOS settings over here now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the USB thumb drive, hit enter, move that over to be my first priority. Okay, then I'm going to hit settings, save changes, yes, Alright, well, let's turn it off and see what happens. Alright, moment of truth. Now we wait. Don't know if this is normal. Something's going on, something's loading. And we've got our Windows install. Alright, so keyboard US, English, next. Install now. Awesome. We'll wait for this to start setting up and we'll see what happens from there. So it says Windows cannot open the required file, make sure all the files required for installation are available, and restart the installation. So I'm going to try to make just kind of repeat the process of downloading the most current, make sure I got that all right, reformat that, and see where we go from there. So this is the second round of UNetbootin, and I'm going to hope that this round works. Once it's done here, I'm going to eject the flash drive, put it into the computer, go back into the BIOS, make sure the order for the boot sequence is correct, and we'll go from there. Okay, we should be good. I'm going to take the flash drive out, put it back in. I'm using a different flash drive just to see what happens. Turn that on. Go into my BIOS to make sure that everything is correct. Okay, so you can see the boot order is still on that. Save and exit, save changes and reboot. Now let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. Setup starting. Hopefully everything's there. It looked like before there was a file missing, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. I don't know if I just need to go to a previous version. I don't know if I will actually have to use a Windows machine, but I'm hoping that everything gets figured out here. Source install.
One eternity later.
Well, it's been at least 5 hours later. I was able to figure it out. Apparently, when you do the MS-DOS or the Mac version of FAT32 formatting, it doesn't even want to accept any files above 4 gigabytes. A single file cannot be over 4 gigabytes large. And there is one single install program on the Windows 10 that is over 4 gigabytes, so it doesn't even allow it to go onto the thumb drive. That was the issue I was having. But as you can see right now, I am able to get Windows 10. How did I do that? Well, what I did was I first downloaded a Windows 7 install onto the thumbstick, and that allowed me to have a smaller file, and I was able to get that onto the computer and install it that way. I took another flash drive and I formatted the thumb drive to exFAT. exFAT allows you to have files over 4 gigabytes large, put that onto the thumb drive, then put that into the computer, started the process to updating it to Windows 10, got my product key, put it in, and now we are here. So hopefully within the next few minutes, maybe a couple hours, we'll have Windows 10 and I'll be up and running. Whew. That was fun to figure out. Just sitting here waiting to format thumb drives and install media. Yeah, it's been a long day. I'm looking forward to this being over with. But hopefully you're able to enjoy my struggle, and I'll put something up real quick when it's done. That way you can see that it's Windows 10 and we can use it now. Thank you again so much for joining me with this journey. You have a great day. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that now that I think about it. Shoot, because this was the original.